All right, listen up. We're living in some wild times, folks. The financial markets are buzzing and you've got a big decision to make. On one hand, we've got good old stocks. They've built fortunes and are the bread and butter for lots of retirements. On the other hand, there's the new kid on the block that's making a big splash. Cryptocurrencies, super cool, promising a revolution. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, you hear these names everywhere. Some people say it's the future of money. Others say it's a trap, a bubble ready to burst. So what's a smart investor like you going to do? Which horse are you going to bet on in this race for the big bucks? Will you go with the tried and true path of stocks? Or will you jump on the crypto roller coaster? We're going to break it all down for you. No beating around the bush, no fluff, just straight talk. All right, so let's talk about stocks. The stock market has been the powerhouse for building wealth for centuries. It lets companies raise money, innovate, grow, and the coolest part, you get to be a part of that growth. Look, when we talk about stocks, it's usually all about long-term growth. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Coca-Cola have consistently made money for their shareholders. You buy a piece of these giant companies, put your dividends back in, and let the magic of compound interest work for you. Slow and steady, you can build real, lasting wealth. Don't count out the old guard, it's still got plenty of punch. And let's not forget about those awesome things called dividends. Ka-ching! That's money dropping right into your account. Lots of strong companies, the famous blue chips, pay out dividends regularly. Put those dividends back in and you buy more shares, which then pay you even more dividends. It's like a good kind of snowball, just keeps growing and growing. Then you've got value investing, a strategy made famous by Benjamin Graham, who was Warren Buffett's teacher. This isn't about chasing the latest fads. The goal is to find great companies that the market hasn't quite figured out the real worth of yet. Stocks are old school, sure, but they're old school for a reason. They get results. All right, hold on tight, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the electrifying world of cryptocurrencies. This whole thing blew up on the scene with Bitcoin way back in 2009. Some mysterious person, or maybe a group, called Satoshi Nakamoto dropped this white paper and bam! A whole new kind of asset was born. At first, nobody really paid much attention. It was mostly just tech geeks and cypherpunks messing around with digital cash. Remember that guy who bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins? Those pizzas would be worth hundreds of millions of dollars today. Talk about a huge payday. The magic behind crypto is something called blockchain technology. Think of it like a digital record book that's shared and super secure that everyone can see but nobody can mess with. It's decentralized, which means no bank, no government, no single big shot is in charge of it. That's a huge deal. It's a total game changer. It promises a world with less hassle, fewer middlemen, and more openness. Whether it's sending money to another country or tracking where a diamond came from, blockchain can be used for way more than just digital money. But here's the catch: volatility, and boy are cryptos volatile. It's a total roller coaster ride. Prices can shoot to the moon one week and then crash back down to earth the next. It's not for the faint of heart. We've seen Bitcoin hit some insane highs, making people millionaires almost overnight. And we've also seen huge drops, those bear markets, wiping out fortunes just as fast. Even with all the risks, the idea of making a lot of money is pretty tempting. Some folks have really made life-changing money with crypto, but for every success story there are tons of horror stories. Scams are everywhere. Rug pulls, phishing scams, fake coin offerings. The crypto world is like a minefield if you're not careful. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is, remember that? Part 4. Wall Street Wizards and Crypto Kings, How the Pros Play. So, you think investing is just about buying low and selling high? That's cute. The sharks, the Wall Street Wizards, and the Crypto Kings, they're playing a different game, a faster game, a smarter game. These guys aren't your average Joe just clicking buy on their phone app. They're pros with fancy tools, deep pockets, and teams of quants who eat algorithms for breakfast. They're looking for any tiny edge, every sliver of opportunity. One ace up their sleeve, especially in the crypto world, is arbitrage. Cryptocurrencies are traded on hundreds of different exchanges all over the world. Sometimes the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum can be a little different from one exchange to another. Arbitrage traders use super-fast bots to sniff out these small price differences. They buy on the cheaper exchange and instantly sell on the more expensive one, pocketing the difference. It's almost risk-free profit if you're quick enough. Then there's also high-frequency trading, or HFT, which means trading super fast. We're talking about computers making thousands, maybe even millions of trades per second. These HFT firms spend fortunes on the fastest internet connections, setting up their servers right next to the exchange's servers to save precious microseconds on every trade. They use complex algorithms to spot tiny market moves, to get ahead of big orders, or to provide liquidity. It's a real tech arms race, and it's completely changed how markets work. The top investors also have access to information and research that most everyday investors, the little fish, can only dream of having. They have analysts, exclusive data, and of course it's often about who you know. Now, does this mean that you, the everyday investor, the little fish, can't win? No way, but you need to be smart. Knowledge is your best weapon. Section 5, your game plan. Winning strategies for stocks and crypto. All right, let's talk strategy. Enough of just winging it, you need a game plan. First up, stocks. The golden rule here is to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your money across different sectors, different industries, different geographical regions. Mix in some solid blue chip stocks for that stability. Then maybe add some growth stocks to give it a little extra kick. Balance is key. Now, let's talk crypto. This is the Wild West, remember, like the Wild West. So rule number 1 is only invest what you can afford to lose. If losing that money would wreck your month, your year, or your life, then stay away. Or at least start with a tiny, tiny bit. Dollar cost averaging is a smart way to dip your toes in. This means investing a fixed amount of money at regular times. This helps smooth out that crazy volatility. And that HODL, hold on for dear life mindset, it can work, but it can also lead to huge losses if the project flops. Be selective. Risk management isn't just a fancy term, it's your financial seatbelt and airbag. For stocks, think about using stop-loss orders. They automatically sell your stock if it drops to a certain price, limiting your possible losses. This takes the emotion out of selling. For crypto, it's even more important. The swings are way crazier. Besides stop-loss, your biggest risk management tool is position sizing. Don't go all in on some random altcoin thinking it's going to be the next Bitcoin. For crying out loud, protect your money, protect your sanity. Think about a hybrid strategy, a little bit of stocks, a little bit of crypto. Part 6, the future is now. Tokenization, AI, and your money. Hold on to your hats, everyone, because the financial world, as we know it, is turning upside down. We're talking about a huge change in how money works, how things you own are traded, and how you build your wealth. The future isn't some far-off dream, it's happening right here, right now. One of the most exciting new things is tokenized assets. Just imagine, instead of buying a whole building, you can buy a token that stands for a small piece of that property, or a little piece of a famous painting, or even shares of your favorite neighborhood restaurant, all traded smoothly, no fuss, on a blockchain. Tokenization can turn assets that aren't easy to sell quickly, like buildings or art, into something that can be split up, easy for anyone to get and simple to trade. This could unlock trillions of dollars in value that are, let's say, tied up right now. Then we have artificial intelligence, AI, kicking down the door in the investment world. We're talking about super smart AI programs that can look at a mountain of information like in the blink of an eye. These AI traders can sniff out chances and make deals faster and, sometimes, smarter than any human could ever dream of. The rise of AI in the money market is something we can't stop. It's like a wave, you can't hold it back, and it's going to change the game for everyone. And let's not forget about decentralized finance, the famous DeFi. This stuff is serious business. DeFi wants to completely remake the whole money system: loans, borrowing, insurance, trading places. But get this, without needing the usual banks and those regular money places as go-betweens. Get it? This isn't just a passing trend, It's a full-blown revolution happening right now. Awesome. Section 7. Knowledge is power, folks. Get smart to get rich. All right, we've talked a ton. Stocks, crypto, strategies, the future. It's so much information it can make your head spin. But if there's one thing, just one little thing, that I want you to take away from all this, it's this. Knowledge is power. And in the world of investing, power means money in your pocket. You can't just close your eyes, throw a dart at a list of stocks or coins, and hope to get rich overnight like magic. That's not a strategy, it's a recipe for disaster. You guys are smarter than that. Come on, you're going to rock this. So, how do you get all this power, this wisdom? By going after it, devour books. Stay plugged into financial news from solid and reliable sources. Get to know the companies inside out where you're thinking of putting your money. Understand their business model, who their direct competitors are, and who's calling the shots. In the crypto world, you have to understand the technology, what it's really for, and who the awesome team behind the project is. Don't just buy something because Joe Schmo from down the street, your brother-in-law's cousin's friend, said it's going to the moon and will blow up. Here's a golden rule. If you can't explain to a super curious 5-year-old what a company does or why a cryptocurrency has value, then, my friend, you better think twice before putting your hard-earned cash into it. Too much complication can be a trap, hiding the danger. Simplicity and good understanding clear your head and help you make the best decisions. Invest time to learn the finance lingo, decode the charts and get the hang of the basics. It's not rocket science, but you do have to break a sweat, yes. And all that sweat is the best investment you'll ever make in your life. You can bet on it. At the end of the day, making decisions with a clear head is the only way to build your wealth solidly and secure a peaceful financial future. The market always rewards those who do their homework properly. Now dive in, study hard, and let's get rich. That's what I'm talking about.